कर दोगे आप? Okay, my friend. So let's start today JSP Servlet. So welcome in my first session of JSP Servlet. So before JSP Servlet, right? We should know core Java, and we know it, right? We have mastering in core Java. We know many things altogether, right? Whatever things are left, we'll cover soon. Okay, I will go with the definitions. For definition, no need to mug it. JSP Servlet 2020, right? Let's update it. 2021. Make sense? Oh, I don't have permission to update it. No, I'm able to. Okay. So in Java, you can develop two kind of application. One is desktop application. Desktop application means the method which contains main method normally. So you tell me what your program you were writing, in core Java. We were writing a main method or not there?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And desktop application does not need browser to run it. So tell me, when you are running the program of collection framework, Stream API, you are using browser to access it? Answer is no. So what is the web application? Web application is an application which you can deploy on some computer and you can access remotely from anywhere in the world. That is the purpose. And normally we use to access it browser, or you can use mobile phone, right? Mobile app,
Yes.
Android, iOS, blah 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 blah. So we have two kind of application: web application and standalone desktop application. It's clear to you?
Yes, sir.
And web application normally works on the funda of client server model. What model? The
Client.
thing, if you want to make me slow, what is the way to do? If you want to make me slow, ask questions, right? Hey, tell me this, tell me that. Okay. If you interact with me, automatically thing would be slow
Slow.
down. Clear?
Clear.
Let's do it from today. Okay. So again,
Okay.
I'm telling you, web application is based on client
Client.
server architecture. So you need to understand what is the meaning of it. In web application, always we'll have two party. One is called client and second one is called, hey,
Server.
what is the client? Client is a program. No need to mug it. Again, I'm telling you, no need to mug it. No need to mug it. Clear? Okay. So what is the client? You need to understand. Client is a program which make a request to the server and server will give response to the client. Simple. So client is clear to you or you have little bit confusion? And I can give you many example of client program.
Uh,
Browser. Browser is one of the fantastic example of
are you sharing your
cl-
screen?
okay. I haven't shared it.
Oh, okay. Just
Oh,
confused.
yeah. But main thing is, even though you does not see the screen, right? You are not able to see it, but you are replying. That's magic.
Yes.
Okay. So that's okay. I'm just kidding. So I'm talking about client server architecture. In client server architecture, how many component will be there? Any guess? Two
Two.
component. One is called client, second one is called server. So you need to understand what is the client and what is server. So this is the client, and client could be anything. It could be browser, it could be mobile application, it could be other web application, it could be anything. But client is what? It is a program which make a request to
Server.
server. And as per the request, server gives response to the client. So we have, okay. So can you help me? I'm not able to understand server. Eh, you need to understand what server is. Okay. And definition, if you're not able to give it, you'll be in trouble because in interview, they are expecting it. So this is the server. So what is the difference between server and client? You can say server is a program, right, which gives response to client as per his request. Hey, you tell me, this definition is very tough to remember. Hmm? Server is a program which gives response to the client. And so normally there are ready-made server. So which server I'm going to use in my class? Tomcat. but we have other, like a server like WebLogic, WebSphere, JBoss, Wildfly, right? Many more.
Okay.
So which server I'm going to use?
Tomcat.
Apache Tomcat. And which version we are going to use? Either 9 or 10, right? So I'm going to use a 9. Okay, done. So server is clear. Server program, server and client. Anybody have any confusion in that?
No, sir.
And mobile application. You know mobile application. You may be installing app from the App Store, right? Google Play Store and iOS Store, right? That is what? That is client program. You can say. App. So what is a client program? Who will tell me? Client program is a program which will make a request to the server. Shall I write it or let me write it? It is a
You can read it.
program which makes request to server. My dear friend, feel it, okay? So client will make a request and server will take the request and process it and eventually it will send the response back to the requested client. So my dear friend, you tell me, I'm talking with you, I'm communicating with you. Yes, you know? Yes.
Yes.
So what, how I'm communicating with you? You would say using English language. Yes, you know?
Yeah.
English. Similarly, if client wants to communicate with server, client needs some protocol or not. I'm using protocol, English, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So the client, the protocol this client uses in order to talk to the server, that protocol is called HTTP. Do you understand? HTTP stand for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So this is the protocol through which client can communicate with the server. Using same protocol, client server can give response to the client. And this HTTP, as per the HTTP protocol, your request is divided into two parts. When you send the request, you have to make a particular format as per the HTTP. As per the HTTP, your request is divided into two parts. One is called header, second one is called footer. Anybody have any confusion?
No.
Header and footer. In footer, instead of footer, I should say body. In in body, your normally in body your data is present. In header, it contains meta information. What meta information? Like it would be having a server address that is called host. Mhm. Hello,
Yes, sir.
host. Method, which method we are using. Many more, right? I'll make you master of it. Don't worry. Accept. I'll tell you what is the meaning of it. Content type. Hmm? Accept language. In which language you want to communicate. Hey, how I remember all this thing? Any guess? Because really I'm using all those things, in my real life projects.
Oh, okay.
Are you following me? Agent. And I can write many more, okay? But I don't want to do that. Clear?
Yeah.
Anybody have a question query? I'm moving fast or it's okay today?
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. So cool, cool, cool. Okay. So server is there, server will respond. So tell me, sir, you have to teach to server or not? If you do not teach to the server, how server will respond, right? You have to teach means you have to do programming for the server. That is called server side program. So you should use some technology which allows you to write server side programming. So there are two things. One is called language. Second one is called technology. What is language? Language provides fundamental programming construct through which you can write your logic. For example, if condition, switch, loop, right? Method. You can use all this programming construct in order to, write your business logic. Am I right? What is technology? Technology is the application of language. Using technology, using language, you can develop some features. For example, if you develop something through which people can fly, that is called technology. Yes,
Yes. Yes.
so technology is the language of application of language where you develop some feature. So using core Java, there is some technology. Huh? Core Java is a language or technology? Language. And using this language, what you can develop?
Technology.
Technology. And so on core Java, the technology which I'm going to use, that is called JSP plus Servlet. Hey, I want to tell you right now, GSP and Servlet both are same, right? So you can, whatever you can do with GSP, same job you can do with Servlet. Whatever you can do with Servlet, same job you can do with GSP. So your concern may be, if both does the same job, why we have two, right?
Yeah.
Little bit, there's difference in terms of its role, its concern. We'll talk about it, clear? But I want to tell you, every JSP eventually converted into servlet. That's why I'm saying JSP and servlet both are same. Make sense? So JSP and servlet are technology based on core Java language, which is used to do server-side programming. Hey, what we do with JSP servlet? We do
Sorry.
server-side programming, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to if you want to run some code on server, you cannot you cannot write using core Java language simply. No, no, no. You have to use servlet, or you have to use JSP to run your code. Where
Server side.
I want to, yeah, I want to run my Java code on server. Please help me. What I should do? You said again. You don't know JSP servlet? Please go and use it. I want to run my Java code on server. What I should use?
Yes.
JSP. So JSP servlets actually provides the capability to your Java code to execute on server. And finally, it will generate the response. Clear? The JSP servlet always will be triggered by the request. And once it is triggered, it will do processing and generate the response. You got my point? Nice. Okay. So next thing is, if you want to make any program in JSP and servlet, you have to follow some folder structure. What I said? Folder. You cannot use some random folder. You have to follow this folder structure. Got it? Got it. So let's talk on that. What I'm going to teach you,
Yes.
folder structure. Let's do it. That is in the slide. I'm not making diagram, right? I can make it, you know it. That's enough. But let me take some diagram from here already which have. This diagram is not looking nice. Let's make it new diagram. It would not take much time for me. So when you make a project, you have to follow this folder structure. So what is the directory structure or folder structure to design a web application? You need to help me for that. Ready?
Mhm.
Ready. So the first of all, when you develop web project, you have to make a folder and that is called application name. And application name could be anything. What I
Okay.
said?
Application
You
name.
have to make application name. It could be anything. Suppose we are writing Google app 2.0. That's fine. This is my application name. And every application will contain a folder, and this folder name is fixed. You can't change it inside it. So Google App 2 is a main folder. Inside it, we have a subfolder, and this folder name is fixed. Yeah, that is called WebINF. Spelling is fixed. You cannot do any spelling mistake, right? And inside this folder, we have some other folder. One is called classes. Hey, are you following me, or I'm making you super duper confused?
Be confused.
What confused? Tell me what's confusing, sir. I'm telling you, you have to follow this directory structure when you are developing your web application. So first folder, you can give any name. Inside it, you have to make WebINF. And this folder is called classes folder. In classes, you will keep your class file. This is a lib folder. In that, you will keep your jar file. You know jar file? Bundle of the classes. And you will create another file that is called web.xml file. Deployment descriptor. Hey people, what is the confusion? Please let me know. I like to clarify it. What's confusion you have? Help me. Ask question. And this file name is fixed. This is called deployment descriptor. You can also say DD, deployment descriptor. Confusion? No. So in classes folder, what we are supposed to keep, any guess? All compiled class file. All compile file. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
And what we are supposed to keep in lib folder? You know jar?
Yeah.
Jar? Jar is a bundle of classes, library, jar files. I'm telling you. And this I will tell you later. Okay, deployment descriptor, in that will configure our servlet, filter, security information, global context information, servlet initialization parameter, listener configuration, etc. So where we'll keep our HTML? HTML we are going to keep inside is this project and parallel to web-INF here. What I'm going to keep over here?
HTML.
Yeah, your you know client side. I forget to mention the client side, right? We have
Yeah.
client side technology language, that is HTML. All the HTML code we are going to keep it. HTML, CSS, of course, Bootstrap, everything I'm going to keep over here. hmm. Bootstrap and JS file. You know JS file, JavaScript and jQuery, hmm? and even JSPs, right? JSPs where you'll keep? Oh yeah. Okay, got it. Actually, whatever you keep inside web-INF, this one, this is called private scope. Private scope means whatever data you will keep inside, nobody can access it from the outside. Do you understand the private scope?
Mm-hmm.
And whatever inside the outside the web-INF, that is called public scope. Please remember it. Public scope, who can access? Anybody can access all the data. So the data which you think you don't want to expose to the outside the world, you should keep inside web-INF. If you think it should be directly accessed by the everybody, you can keep inside public scope. So your HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, jQuery, JSP normally we keep inside public scope. But our security thing, our files, the secure file which you don't want somebody should access, that should go to the private scope. This is all about in Java, web application directory structure. What is your topic? Web application. This directory structure will be automatically created by whom? Editor,
Okay.
right? So we should not bother about it. Mhm. But this is a typical. If you understand this, I can move to the next. Sajana,
Okay.
you tell me. I know this is new to you. Okay. Just be very honest. Whatever I'm talking about so far, everything is crystal clear to you?
Yes.
Okay. What about other people?
Yeah.
Hmm? So I'm coming back. A, actually, to develop program server side, we can use JSP-Servlet. What about client side? In client side, you can use HTML. You can use CSS for beautification purpose. You can use Bootstrap, which is the ready-made framework of HTML, CSS developed by Twitter. Okay, JavaScript. All this thing is called client side. Hmm?
Yes.
Say yes, you got this much. Yeah, yeah, that's nice. Hmm? So what I need to do? I'm going to make a JSP file, and that JSP, or I can make one HTML, right? Like, let me tell you, in web application, either it is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, or your JSP servlet, everything is placed on server, right? But question is, HTML will be always execute in the client side. So when you make a request to the HTML, first of all, it will travel from server to browser, and it will execute in the browser. Make sense? But what about JSP servlet? They will run in the browser, or they will run on server only? They will run on server only. JSP servlet will execute always on server. If you say, hey JSP, can you come to the client side in my browser? I want to execute you. JSP would say, hey fool, you don't know. I cannot come from server to client. Sorry. Huh? Yeah. So my dear friends, what is the next agenda? Agenda is you should download the server Tomcat. Clear? So if you want to download the server, you need to Google it. I hope you know Google. Yep. Download. You help me. I don't know anything. Download Tomcat 9. Can you help me, please? Installation of Tomcat is just cup of tea. You go to the website, type download Tomcat and click on it. So you can see over here, we have Tomcat 9, 10, right? Use 9 and everybody use 9 for my session. And here what I need to do, you need to go to the binary distribution core and download this zip file. So installation of Tomcat is, it is a job of 2 minutes. And what is the size of the Tomcat? It is around 12 MB. You should know this. Somebody is saying it is in 1 GB, okay? Means he does not know anything about Tomcat and all. Why I'm not able to open it? My bad luck. Show in folder. Please, you help me. Installation of Tomcat is what, man? Download the zip file and see my style. And I'm going to my folder and I'll unzip it. You know unzip?
Yeah.
Okay, Tomcat 9, and you paste over here and extract here. Can you see this? My Tomcat is here. Oh, Mr. Tomcat has a folder structure. Bin. In bin, we have executable file which you can stop and start your Tomcat. In conf, we have some configuration file through which you can apply the security. You can create the username. You can create the port. You can change the port number, etc. Lib is the folder where we have library which is needed by Tomcat. Logs is the folder where all the logs related with your Tomcat and application will be get created. Temp is the folder which you can use for temporary calculations, data creation, folder creation, file creation purpose. Web app is the folder where your application will be deployed. Oh, nice. In Tomcat, if you want to deploy your application, where you have to copy? In web
Web.
apps. So in this, you have to just remember 3 folders: bin, conf, web app. And work is the folder where your JSP will be converted into servlet and all. Guys, I'm using this Tomcat since 2005. What is it?
You're using it since 2000.
5. That time Tomcat was very small. You know, it was crying in front of me. Oh, don't use me like that. Got it? So that's why I know, I don't know. Do you understand what I'm trying to convey? I'm trying to convey like I know about it, right? That's it. Okay. So Tomcat installation is done. If somebody would say how to install Tomcat, you would say go and Google download Tomcat, go and download the zip file, zip file of it, and unzip it. Installed. Clear? If some developer says I need to take 1 hour for 1 hour to install the Tomcat, he's making you fool. Okay.
He's not a developer.
Yeah, he's not a developer, right? He's new to it. Okay. You know the folder location. I'm going to make a web application. Can you guide me for that? Yeah. See, if you want to make a web application, so what you need to do? Right click on it, new. You have to choose dynamic web project. Let me tell you, new.
And
If it is not coming over here, you can go to the other and you can type dynamic web project. It's clear or I make you confused?
here.
So click on the dynamic web project, then click on the next side, next. So here, project name, what we decided to give, Google app dash 2.0. And see, here you have to use dynamic web module. Can you see this? I am going to use 4. You are also supposed to use 4. This is the different version of the module of the Tomcat. So every module is not compatible with every version of the Tomcat. I'm using Tomcat 9 and 4 is enough. Make sense? Use 4 with Tomcat 9. And here you can configure your Tomcat. This application you want to run on which Tomcat? You can click on the new environment, right? This is one time setup. Can I do that if you allow to me?
Yeah.
So when you click on the new runtime, you have to select your Tomcat folder installation. New. And which Tomcat I'm going to use? 9 or 10?
Nine.
You have to, in Apache, you have to choose the connector. Let me tell you again. Right click, new, other, dynamic web project. You can give the name Google hyphen app. You can give any name, okay? It doesn't matter. New, Tomcat 9, next. Hey, what you have to name, you don't change it, but here you have to browse the Tomcat installation folder. Can you see this? Copy paste. You have to give the path before bin. Say you got this much.
Can you repeat?
In this way, I am able to configure my Tomcat with my web project. New runtime, select the Tomcat version, and then this window will come, and here you paste it. Finish. Can you see this? Tomcat 9 is linked with my project. Next, finish. Clear? And in last screen, there is one option, generate deployment descriptor. You want to create it or not? Yes, I want. Oh, see this, people. Again, I'm telling you, you check it. Okay. If you forget it, that's fine. We can generate it later as well. Finish. So you see, after this much, some magic is happening. Installing dynamic member project. I told you many times, if you have option, no and something else, always go with the something else, not with no. That's it. After it, see what kind of project is created. Can you see this, please? Oh, this is the same folder structure I was talking about. Can you see this? Hey, this is your project name, right? Web lib. Wow. Classes is not over here because classes is hidden. Anybody have any question query? Whatever I was talking about, I'm able to create same folder structure or not? Like in real life, this web app will be renamed by web app 100. That's it. Otherwise, other thing is same. Can you see this? You would say again in your diagram, meta in a folder was not there. That's correct. In this parallel to web enough, we have one more folder. Yes or no inside? Which folder, sir? Parallel to web enough, we have another folder. What is the name of it? Meta enough in capital letter. People are not replying sometimes. Meta. See, meta enough is basically used for some connection pooling. I will teach you. We have use of it. Clear? And meta enough, whatever you keep inside meta enough, that is also private scope. Meta scope is public scope or private scope?
Public.
Private. It's clear? Done. Anybody have any question query? No. I want to make one HTML page. Where can I make it? You know, right? HTML page should be outside the web enough and inside the web app. This actually, when you run it, right? Web app will be renamed with the project name. So let me make a HTML5. Right click on the web app. Where man? Inside web app. New and HTML file. And what name I want to give? Index dot HTML all are same thing. And then click on the next button. See, I have different version of the HTML. Which version of the HTML I would like to use? HTML5. That is the latest version of it. Finish. Yeah, you got this much or you got confused? I'm able to make my HTML. This line indicate this is HTML4 5. So you know HTML? HTML is the programming language for web design. So in HTML, root element is HTML. Am I right? And HTML contains two parts, head and body, as a child element. In body, you will configure your actual data. So when you call this, page, you want to say, hello, yeah, hey, I am HTML, right? I am HTML and used to design web page. You are not asking any question. Nobody have any confusion so far. I don't know what happening is today. Nobody ask any question. I am HTML used to design what? Web application. Yeah, web page. Sorry.
I
Hmm?
reckon.
Hey, what you,
Yeah.
why you are talking? The recording, of course I will do it. But purpose is what happens sometime, right? People are thinking, oh my God, even I'm sleeping in the session, not a problem. I can watch recording. No problem. Okay. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So recording is there, but my main thing is you go and do practice of it. Even you are sleeping, hey, I can make a project. Somebody is calling on phone, hey, I'm stuck with the project. Can you help me? You should able to guide him. Okay, go there, open a class, right click, blah blah. So hey, what is the H1? H1 is used to create heading, right? This is HTML tag. And I would say you think the way I'm thinking. In my opinion, every tag is an object. HTML tag is an object. Body tag is an object. HTML is the root tag, and it has two children, head and body. In head you store metadata, and in body you keep actual data. So when you call this, what it is going to say, hey, I am HTML. So how you can run this page? If you want to run this page, right click on the HTML file. Can you see this? Run as what? Right click on the HTML file. Run as Java server. Are you with me?
Mhm.
Again, I'm telling you. If you want to run it, you say run as, start the server and run this HTML file. Yeah, access HTML file from there. So you which Tomcat you have to choose among this nine. Next, let me do again. Right click on the HTML file. Hmm? Run as, run on server, and choose your Tomcat connector 9. Click on the next button, and eventually click on the finish. So what it will do? It will start your Tomcat and access HTML from there. Can you see this output?
Mhm.
So you need to understand the meaning of this whole URL pattern which comes over here. A local host means your application is running on your local computer, but in real life it will be run on some domain. I'll show you the live example of everything. Okay.
Okay.
So in this we need to understand what is what. So your local host is what? IP of the server. Actually, let me do undo. People reply. Local
Yeah.
host is IP.
So,
IP are domain name of the application, right? IP of server. Hmm? And what is the HTTP protocol? You always type it, okay? Protocol. And 8080 is the every server runs on some port number. This is server port. Mhm. What is this? This is the application name. Say yes.
yes.
App name. And this is the page which you want to access. Name of the resource, name of the web page. Name of the web page. It's clear to you? Done. Sir, my page is running on the server, right? If you stop the server, right, I'll tell you how to do that. From here, you select the server and click on the this red button. You see, it is stopped. Once it is stopped and you access your page, it would say 404. You follow me? Yeah, it would say 404 soon. So, hey, this is clear or you got confused so far? And if you want to run again, do right click on it, next, and select the server and finish. Done. It would come again, right? So whatever URL is coming, copy this and paste it in the external browser. You know, meaning I'm able to run it in my external browser. This is the Eclipse browser. I'm running the same thing in the external browser. Clear? Sir,
Yes.
see, if you want to make this HTML page beautiful, please put attention. What you want to do? I want to make this HTML page beautiful. In order to make it beautiful, we can use Bootstrap framework. What is Bootstrap? It is
Framework.
a library framework of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, which can make look and feel of your web page beautiful. How you can use it? Can I try? If you allow to me, it is up to you.
Yes. Yes, sir.
If you want to use it, see, I don't know how to use Bootstrap. I'm crying. I'm googling it. This is my first day. Hello, you can write anything. Hello, Bootstrap, something like that. Okay. You say, Bootstrap, can you help me? Right? Hello, Bootstrap 4. Hmm? And you can use any website. Prefer this W3. Can you see this? Yeah. In this, try yourself. You can click anywhere. Can you see this? So basically, this is the library which you need to include in the head. and copy paste this blindly. Can you see this? This much I'm doing copy paste and I will put inside where, man? In my head. Can you see this? People.
Yes.
Confused? No. I'm able to do copy paste this much from there to here. That's it. I don't know you are following me or not.
Yes, we are
And
following.
here you just copy everything and replace everything in the head. That is nice, I guess. Easy, right? Done. Hey, why I have added all this thing? Because it is the Bootstrap library. It will make my page fancy. Clear? So after doing copy paste, what I'm going to do? Help me refresh it. You see, is style is change or not? Little bit.
Yes.
Okay, I haven't done anything. Okay, now you want everything should be aligned in the middle. How we can do that? If you
Align.
want everything should be aligned in the middle, here you can use a another HTML tag that is called division, open and close. Why I'm using division tag? Because I want to align it in middle. Then here you have to write class equals to container. This is coming from Bootstrap. Hey, why I have done it? Division, and class attribute equals to container. Why I'm doing it? I want everything should be aligned in middle. Can you see this?
Mhm.
Nice. And there is a tag that is called header tag, HTML5 tag. If you want to make header, right? Just make header, and in this header object, you can use one of the attribute of it, style. In style, you can mention height of the header. How much you want to make? 30 px, 30 pixel. You see my style? Semicolon, right? Height colon 30 px, and you can give background color. Automatically it is coming. So you want to keep background color, and what color you want to give? It is up to you. I want to give color like uh, teal. Okay, done. Oh my dear friends, what happened? If you refresh it now, what should happen? It would have a header. Can you see this? Hmm? Got it? I totally got confused.
Got it. So,
Okay.
uh, this,
Now, yeah, please.
yeah,
HTML5 I am changing in the editor and refreshing over here because it is continuously running. And if you want to, what do you want to? If you want to add some photo, photo. So if you want to add some photo, you can go and download from the Google, right? It's not a big deal. You can download it. After that, you can put it in your project. So let me let's copy this picture, this two picture, this, and let me copy. I'm pasting it inside
inside.
my web app in public scope. So I'm able to put one more photo. I'm taking one more photo, this one. So I have two photo in my hand. Okay. First name is Nagin. Second name I'm just writing Cubico. Huh? It's clear to you?
Yeah.
If you want to show this photo in your web page, all right, in middle or anywhere, then you can use another object, image object, to use photo on the page. I'm coming to the container right here, and you can use image tag. Image is one of the tag through which you can
Ready.
uh, apply the photo image, and you can write src, and here you can give the name of the image is an object, src is one of the attribute of it. Here you can write the photo name,
True.
copy paste. I can write the photo name cubico.jpg. So what happened, man? When
Done.
you refresh it, that photo should be come over here. See, and this photo size and everything you can configure it, right? So I want to put one more photo. You know how? Copy paste and give the photo name nagin.png. Are you following me? So other photo will be also get rendered over here. It's clear to you? And if you want to give the size, you can use style, one of the attribute of it, then you can give the height. So I want to give height like 200 pixel, right? And same height I want to give to the second photo as well. Make sense or confused? No.
Yes.
So style is basically used to control the metadata of this photo. So we'll do daily. You'll understand soon. Okay. In 200 is coming like that. Confused or got my point? If you want to repeat it, what you need to do? Copy paste.
Yes.
Hmm? I copy paste many times. Okay. Done. Anybody have any question query or you understand this much?
Then, so what's the difference CSS and Bootstrap.
Okay, very good question. Bootstrap is nothing. Bootstrap says, I have already designed a lot of HTML component by using CSS and HTML. That's it. So Bootstrap is nothing. It's just a ready-made thing based on CSS. Hmm? And what is CSS? This style is a part of the CSS. This class is a part of CSS. So style and class is a part of the CSS, which is used to control the look and feel of the component. So we learn both, right? Sorry, we learn more about it slowly, right? Class, the style is used to define inline CSS. You are designing the CSS on the fly, but here it is ready-made, right? Then you can use class. Container is one of the ready-made style sheet. Okay, done. Any question, query, if anybody has, or you got totally confused?
So,
Hmm?
knowing the Bootstrap is sufficient for React also, or are you
Yeah,
going
yeah,
to
you
teach?
can use anywhere, everywhere in Angular, React, everywhere Bootstrap is used. Everywhere. This is the fundamental thing. That's why I'm teaching you from today itself. And in order to use it blindly, you have to copy this much code. That's it. Automatically, it will come from the internet. If you want, you can download it, you can add it, right? But I'm using from online. That is called CDN. Hmm?
Okay.
Nobody's replying. You got this much because you have to do practice with me. If you're not doing all those things, you'll be out, after 1 week from now. So today, you tell me, I taught you everything very fast, or you understand all those things?
It's new topic.
Okay. Pardon?
It was a good pace.
Okay. See, this is the HTML file. If you want to make a JSP, right? So in HTML and JSP, only main difference is of extension. If you want to make a JSP, only change the extension, new and JSP file, and here you can write uh, index.jsp. Are you following me? So in JSP, whatever you have in HTML, you can use as it is in JSP also. Can you see this? What I did?
Mhm.
I copied everything from HTML to JSP. Oh, nice. You would say, okay, you are making me fool because in whatever you have in HTML, same thing I copy paste in JSP also. But what is the difference? HTML is always static. But JSP include everything of HTML plus in JSP we have its tag and all which can make it dynamic. So JSP is a dynamic. Dynamic means it content can be changed right at runtime. You can apply your programming logic in this, but you cannot apply programming logic in HTML. Make sense? So
Yes.
what is the difference between JSP and HTML? HTML always execute in the browser, but JSP always execute. Hello, that you need to understand difference between JSP and HTML. HTML execute in the browser or at server.
Browser.
HTML always executes inside browser. Nice. HTML always execute inside the browser. And what about JSP? You need to understand many times people are confused. I can call JSP file how? Index.jsp. Can you see this? Same output, right? But if you want to change in the output, what you need to do? Go to JSP file. Hey, I am JSP. Hello, I'm JSP. So you see the output over here. It is JSP. Clear? Hmm. But your question, you tell me, JSP and HTML, we are running in the same fashion. What difference is? Difference is there, sir.
Server and browser.
Yeah, you just think the way I'm thinking. Index.jsp execute on server, and finally it produce HTML file. Oh, nice. Index.jsp execute JSP execute on server, but what it produces finally? HTML content. JSP file executes on server, but finally it produces, any guess? Yeah,
As
generate HTML content. Oh, same thing. Hmm? And what about HTML? If you access the HTML file, first of all, it will come to the browser and execute it. But what is the case of in JSP? When you access the JSP, it will execute on the server and produce the HTML. This HTML again will travel over the network, come to the client. Oh my God, similar thing. Yes, you know. When you are accessing HTML, HTML are coming as it is, right, at the client and executing it. But what about JSP? In case of JSP, JSP execute on server and produces HTML, and that HTML file comes to the browser. Oh, so you are saying end goal is HTML. Am I right? Either you are using JSP or you are using HTML. End of the day, what it is generating? HTML. Got it? So this JSP will generate the HTML and that HTML will go to the browser and execute it. In case of HTML, what happens? HTML comes directly to the browser and execute it. Are you following me? In HTML, HTML contents comes as it is. In JSP, a JSP generate the HTML and HTML comes to the browser and execute it. So what is the other difference between HTML and JSP? JSP is dynamic. No? JSP is dynamic. Dynamic means it can generate the HTML content on the fly. Since it can generate HTML contents on the fly, and you can write logic inside, and we can write logic inside. I hope I'm making myself clear.
Yes, sir.
And HTML, it is fixed, right? Whatever design is there, you cannot change it unless and until you change source code. At runtime, you can't change it. Hmm. I don't know. You got this much or not? Done. Hello. Next thing we need to learn in this how to design the form and all. So you tell me, this is enough or shall I teach you something else in this? Pardon?
This is enough.
Okay. So guys, I'm just stopping my session here, and in next session, I'm expecting this much, and you have to do daily basis, and I'll check it. Simple. I don't want to, listen. Hey, yesterday I was busy, I was sleeping, whatever.